From the studios of WFN and simulcast across the country via the YES Network, this is Mike on Francesa on the Fan for this Monday, the 6th day of February in a very happy town. Many people didn't get a lot of sleep last night, and obviously there was a lot of celebrating to be done, a lot tomorrow. We'll tell you about the plans for tomorrow and the parade and what's going to happen at MetLife and all that. It'll be covered here, obviously, by a fan, by YES, and everything. We'll get to that later on. We'll have Tuck at 5 o'clock. We're trying to get Coughlin today. We'll have Phil Simms in a couple of minutes to give us his analysis. And you know, first of all, congratulations to the Giants, to the team, to the owners, to the coaches, to the players, and to everybody involved on a well-deserved, great playoff run and another championship. So the Giants have been remarkable in the Super Bowl era. They are now 9-1 in big games, 9-1 in what you would consider to be title-type games, 5-0 in the NFC title game, 4-1 in the Super Bowl. That is a remarkable record, really an incredible record, an envious record that, you know, people would just try to aspire to. Just an incredible record of success in big games. And, you know, I was thinking this last night. I was watching the post-game stuff last night. We went into this season, once we had everything settled as far as the negotiations between owners and players went. We went into this season, and we were at camp in August, and the only word anybody wanted to use at camp was finish. The Giants were going to finish. Tom, I want the team to finish. We have to finish strong. We have to prove we can finish. The Giants had years where they had gotten off the fast starts. We had heard that time and time again, except for that 1 year when they had made the great stand against the Pats and had, you know, finished up with that great year that year and won the Super Bowl. Except for that, they had a lot of trouble ending seasons. They had always slid at the end of the season. They were always disappointing late in the season, whether they made the playoffs or not. The Giants were going to finish. Tom said it. The general manager said it. The players were echoing it. And I thought of that last night because when the Giants got the ball back with 3:46 left, it was time to prove again that they could finish. And Eli has proved all year this year that he understands how to close. He has become one of the best, if not the best, closer in the sport. He has become a champion of the fourth quarter. He has become a master of the late game drive. And there he was again. And I'm sure Giant fans felt very, very comfortable because they have seen this act so many times this year. You know, I saw Eli as I was skipping around watching everything last night. He was on, I think, the NFL Network at this moment, at this juncture last night. And they said, "Tell me what you said in the huddle." He said, "We didn't say anything." They said, "No, tell us. I think it was Deion saying it to him. Tell me what we said. What'd you say to the team?" He said, "I didn't say anything." "Well, what were the players saying?" He goes, "We all just went to work. We knew what we had to do. We know how to do it. We've done it. We went to work." And that's what Tom Coughlin preached to this team all year. Finish strong, go to work. And that's what this team did last night. And on the 12-yard line, after they had escaped again, okay, and that's what you have to do now to win these championships in this league that is so close, it's razor close. You have to escape. The Giants escaped in Dallas after making a great comeback when Romo and Miles Austin couldn't hook up on a play. Whether Austin lost the ball in the lights or whether the ball was an inch off, that play would have ended the Giant year before these playoffs ever began. Last night, Tom Brady, an all-time great, could not hook up with the sure-handed Wes Welker. With 4:06 left, 2nd and 11 at the Giant 44, they were about to hook up on a play that was going to end the Giant season. Wes Welker dropped the ball that the Pats will tell you he has not dropped in his career. Was it perfectly thrown? I thought it was badly thrown considering how he could hit him. I thought he could have got the ball to him. He made him turn. So I think that's as much on Brady as on Welker. Welker took all the blame. And a lot of people analyzing that play made it on Welker. I make that play as much on Brady as I do on Welker because the usually enormously accurate Brady did not lead him. If he had not made him turn around on that route, that's a touchdown. Giants are down 9 points. That game's over. 4 minutes left with one timeout. Because the best you could hope for there is a touchdown and an onside kick. That's the best you could hope for. The Giants had escaped again. They now had a chance to finish. They got the ball on the 12-yard line, 1st and 10, and Eli did what he has done so many times this year. He made the impossible play. He made the impossible throw. As good a throw as you can make. That's the kind of pitch and catch that wins championships. Perfectly thrown under pressure by Manning. Great catch. Get your feet in. Hold possession of the ball as you roll to the ground for Manningham. Withstand the review, which was a logical review. I mean, Eli has to slip and throw. He gets it perfectly, 38 yards, and the drive is underway. Now, the Pats are in trouble. The play that had to happen in a game where both teams were able to take away the big play. And that's what happened in this game. More than anything else, they both moved the ball. There was 750 yards offense in this game. But both teams allowed the other team to operate underneath. They both took away the big play. That was the longest play of the night for a team that had lived on a long play all year. 38 yards down the left sideline. And then Eli went to work. And again, Manningham. And, of course, the plays he made to Nix and Bradshaw. And next thing you know, they're on the 18-yard line, and Belichick had a decision to make. And you know what? Maybe he made that decision one play too late. He could have made that decision at the 2-minute warning, let him run it into the end zone and given Tom a little more time. But you know what? That's a tough decision to make. There is no real right way or wrong way to play that. Because you know what? Tell me. You're going to be anywhere from 4 to 6 points down when they score. You're either going to be 4 or 6. They're going to go for 2. So you're going to be 4 down or 6 down. It doesn't really make much difference. You got to score a touchdown. Now, do you have a better chance of Tom Brady with a timeout and 50 seconds to go that he can drive the field and get a touchdown? Or would you be better off having the Giants run those last couple of plays, maybe fumble the ball, and maybe get a bad snap? Hey, Cowboy fans, tell the folks, can you blow a game on the goal line with a kick? Yeah, we've seen it. Raven fans, can you blow a chip shot field goal to send the game into overtime or make a big kick late? Yeah, we've seen it. Those kicks are not automatic. So for everyone to scream, oh, you got to let him score, there's two sides to that story. There's two sides to that coin. There's two ways to play that. Neither one's wrong. And I'd say the odds probably are that Tom Brady's got a better chance of making a play for a touchdown with 50 seconds and a timeout. Not a great chance, but a better chance probably than you do of having a fumble, a bad snap, a bad hold, a missed kick. Could the Pats have kept him out of the end zone? Yeah, they could have, because the Giants would have run it straight ahead, setting it up, letting the clock run, letting the clock go, and worried about ball security. Probably would have kicked what would have been, in essence, an extra point. Is it automatic? It's a 90-something% play. Did Tom have a better chance? Maybe. I don't know what you want to calculate his chances out with one timeout having to go 75 or 80 yards. But there's no right or wrong way to play that. You got to let him score. I think that's the logical play. And maybe you could make the point that you do it with 2 minutes left on that first down play with 2 minutes left from the 18-yard line. Let him score and give yourself a little more time. But you know what? That's not an easy call to make in a game. That's a 2-point game. It's not an easy call to make. So he made it. He gave Tom 57 seconds, and they don't get the job done. They did get the ball into the end zone. The idea that was close in the end zone was not that. I mean, come on. They were not that close to the ball in the end zone. And that play was, that's a 50-1 shot or 100-1 shot. But the bottom line is that the Giants did what the Giants have done all year behind their quarterback. They finished. They found a way in the fourth quarter. This team that was 7-7, 7-7, that wound up 9-7. This team that really was backed in the end zone, in the shadows of the end zone, as they made a 99-yard play against the Jets, which changed everything for both teams. and got them on this run that went through Dallas, which went through Atlanta, which went through, obviously, Green Bay, and then to San Francisco, and then finally New England. Can you talk about things that bounced right and bounced? Yeah, you know what? In this sport now, you have to get hot, and the ball's got to bounce right because there's no difference between these teams. Very little difference between these teams. You're telling me that San Francisco or New Orleans or Baltimore couldn't be standing there today? They could. Or the Pats. Yeah, they could. So it's about minimizing mistakes, but it's also about having a quarterback who can make the big play, and that's what the Giants have now. They like their position, 12-yard line, with Eli Manning, with the ball, with the shot. And again, you need that play, but they got that one play that you need, and they got it right out of the box. 38 yards, left side, perfectly thrown, keep the feet in bounds by Manningham, and now you're off and running. So the Giants did, with 3 minutes and 3 minutes and 46 seconds left on their own 12-yard line, they did what they preached in August. What Tom Coughlin had preached, what he drummed and drilled into every member of that team. Finish strong. Do your job. And that's what this Giant team did, led by a quarterback who has now taken that quantum leap to the top of the sport. Eli is no longer anybody's little brother. Eli is now a superstar quarterback who has led the football Giants to 2 championships in 4 years. 2 Super Bowls in 4 years. There's only one quarterback in the history of New York football who has 2 Super Bowls. And his name isn't Namath. And his name isn't Sims. His name is Manning, as in Eli. One more than his brother. I'm not getting into that silly debate. But the bottom line is, for Tom Coughlin and Eli Manning, they did what they preached. They finished. And that was the difference. When we come back, Phil Simms.